Good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with. It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. The work never ends here in Joe Boo's Man Cave. Actually, I've got a couple of things, okay? The Washington one over there is for, you said it's for Father's Day? Somebody's giving for their father. A Washington one.
But see, the thing is, um, where these people live,
Yeah.
they're probably, Carolina wasn't even a team then.
So it's going to Carolina. Okay.
I'm just saying though that.
All right.
So that's how you can understand the Washington fans because they didn't have a team.
Okay.
So I mean, it makes
So
sense.
we've got El Paso. Person in El Paso ordered a beer rack for his dad. So we're for Father's Day, and I was thinking next Sunday is Father's Day. It's the week after, so I'm like, man, I got to get this thing done. So we're working on that, and then I get inspired. Okay, I realize that I've got an addiction. My addiction's football. Okay.
I thought it was YouTube.
Well, you doing YouTube with football. So I keep coming up with different things with this football. See, I owe all props to my man Clarence because Clarence was the one who wanted the headphone rack, and I don't know why, Clarence, you ain't been here to pick it up.
But
You done started, launched 1,000 ships here, and you haven't shown up. So, what?
I know we don't talk about him, but didn't Justin was the one that started all of this? With
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I
sure.
know,
Okay.
I know.
So I'm coming in my mind because you guys saw the table that I built for Richard, and that's kind of big. But I started thinking maybe I could do a coffee table, which would be smaller, that could be assembled real easy. And so I started thinking differently than the way I had before. But so, and before I do the whole coffee table, I'm going to do the theory. Because see, here's the thing. Everything is predicated on being able to make the football. Okay, so once I made the football, now it's a matter of what to do with it. So I've got this one right here. This is actually my newest rack right here. Okay, if you look at this, this is like, okay, so it's like a whole, oh, it's wet, I'm sorry. So it's a football, right? But then you got half a football right here, and then you got a quarter football right here. And I literally got dust on it, man. Okay, so everything is related to a football, and all of that's continued from that original flat football to my knees. Whew. I'm gonna really mess my knee up. To our three-dimensional footballs. Okay. Right. Before I go on, there's an old saying that those who do not learn from the past are destined to repeat it in the future. You know that, right?
You're talking about the Eagles?
No, I'm just talking about in general. It's actually kind of funny because my knees are shot. I've got one that is literally, there's no saving it. It's trying to make it to 60 to get it squared away. My other knee has been bothering me, and they said they could scope it out, and things, but I've been, kind of working with it and kind of putting that off. Well, this past Tuesday, I slammed it, and it just jolted, and it's just like in bad shape. In fact, I slipped coming into the workshop here, fell on the floor. Thank God I got Michael who helped me get up off the floor. Yeah, because Tracy had the music up loud upstairs. She didn't hear me.
I might have still been working.
It was just like when the hot water heater slipped and fell. You weren't. Oh yeah, I'm trying to move an 80-gallon hot water heater that's empty up the side with the dolly, and it was wet and it slipped. It fell on my lap here. So fortunately, it missed the family jewels. But then again, I've already got I've already cashed in my family jewels. Got my kids already, so I don't need them. Yeah, I need them. So the crazy thing is in '94, I had a flesh-eating bacteria in my knee. And it messed it up. I spent, 6 months learning how to walk again. But because I was recovering, I lost the job that I had. I started doing odd jobs for people because I always had a love for woodworking and knew a little bit about home improvement. And that actually ended up starting the Woodbore. The Woodbore was born out of necessity. I'm a broke ass. I don't have a job. I need to do some work to pay the bills so I can feed this guy. And as you can see, he got fed.
Yeah, but I got my own business too.
Right, but I'm just saying that's how this was born. So I'm sitting here. I've got an MRI come Friday or Thursday, and I'm pretty sure they're going to say that either I've done torn the meniscus if there's any meniscus left from the flesh-eating bacteria, or it's the ACL. Either way, they're going to have to do some work on it. But this is kind of relative because I'm able to hobble around as much as I can and actually still work. So history repeating itself. So I come up with these ideas in my mind about different things. And so I started cutting out a football here with a slide on it. My son over here says, "Are you making a toilet seat lid?"
For Philly 500. For Philly 500.
Okay.
For Philly 500. That's what
You think Philly's shit would fit through that crack? Do you, all that shit that Philly 500, do you think, I don't think that would work for Philly 500.
You know what I mean? Because their team's going to be in the toilet this year.
Okay, all right. What I'm doing is this is actually going to become a leg for the table. It's a giant football, okay? So it'll be a top that'll go on here and a base. So this will be a table. A table! Can you believe that? And it's definitely going to be different than what you would see anywhere else. So it'll be a football. And I'm thinking about having a glass top on it. I think that would be, glass top. A round glass top. And for the cowboy one, putting a star on top of it. So I'm playing around here in the workshop trying to come up with different ideas because you guys keep me on my toes. So that's what we do. We're not making toilet seats, son.
I said for Philly 500.
If we were making it for Philly 500, we'd leave lots of splinters in it for them.
Unless team is trash.
Is that a joint or is that, look, that's a joint right there. Look at that. That's craftsmanship. Made in America. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to see how this all works out and see if it ends up being something that you guys might want. But this is the prototype stage, my brainstorming, and you guys know I ain't got much of a brain, so it's always storming. But I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. A 24 by 24 box would fit this. In which case, if we were to do the coffee table, we could do these as two legs for the coffee table, and then just send the top in a flat box. Although, it'll still be expensive. But I'm trying to eliminate the assembly work of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, people don't mind paying the shipping, we'll ship it to you.
Well, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go over here and cut. See, this is what we do. See, I got to mark it on the piece of wood, and it's got multiple steps to it. This step is, and hold your ears. Hold your ears. It's cutting it on the bandsaw. Boom. So I cut that. Then I'll sand this edge to my lines, and then I'll take a round over bit and round it over and then glue it together. So you're actually seeing something that doesn't exist except in my mind come to life. And this is what wakes me up in the every day is coming up with something new, something different, something that somebody else has never done. And then I get bored with doing it. So there's that. All right, so as I progress with this, I'll do another video on it so you guys can see what we're making. And no, it's not a toilet seat lid. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.